Okay, so here we go here again. I flashed my Galaxy Note 2 version 3 of rocketROM, and had a bit of a problem. As you can see, it's stuck in this sort of soft brick mode. Nothing happens. I restarted my phone because the keyboard wasn't working. That bottom right hand corner was all pushed to the side, so I couldn't use the P, L and M keys, so I decided to reboot it, and this happened. So what I'm going to do is give you an instructional video, I guess, to flash your drive to rocketROM version 4.1. I'm actually flashing. Both versions came out pretty close, so I'm just going to pull out my battery, take out my SD card and put it into a converter and put the new version of rocketROM, which is 4.1, on and flash it. So okay, I'll just fast forward a little bit. It's in, battery's going to go back in, I'm going to power it up, and I'm going to boot to Clockwork Mod Recovery. I'm assuming you've got this installed, you've already rooted your phone. If you haven't rooted your phone, I guess give me a question and I'll post a video or direct you to a video where you can root your phone. They're pretty simple nowadays. So first thing we're going to do is install zip from SD card. That's going to be from my external SD card, which I just put on prior. This is going to be Abyss kernel, which has got a different version of Clockwork Mod Recovery. So I'm just going to navigate to kernel and install it. Okay, and then we're going to just go backwards and go to advanced, and we're going to reboot to Clockwork Mod Recovery. Okay, so we're just going to reboot and play the waiting game. Actually, while we do this, if you've got a Samsung Galaxy S2, S3 or a Note, and you've got your little yellow triangle down there like I have, there's an app on the Play Store now put out by Chainfire that resets your counter back to 0. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I'll get back to the review, shall I? What I just did is basically defaulted my phone, so it's deleted all my user information, my contact details, everything. Just did a clean wipe. I did that just because I think that may have been the issue why I had a bit of a soft brick. I just get flashed over on top of my previous ROMs, which is probably not a good idea. So what I'm going to do now is, you can see I've got 3 different ROMs to choose from. I'm going to install zip from SD card, and I'm going to flash rocketROM version 4.1. And this is going to take about 2 minutes. So I'm going to cut here, fast forward, and see you back in a second. Okay, so it's done. I need to now reboot my device. Not reboot back to Clockwork Mod Recovery, just going to totally reboot my device. Now this may take a long time, probably a good 5 minutes, could even take 10 minutes depending on your device. If this is your first ICS ROM, it may take a very long time. You're going to have to enter all your account details again if you have followed my tutorial and have reset all your user data. Okay, so here we are, first screen, welcome. I'm just going to quickly fast forward a few of these things because you're going to see my username and password. I'm not really happy about that. Privacy. So setup's finished. Boom. TouchWiz. Because I've got this auto synced, it's going to install all my apps on the background while I just give you a quick show of what TouchWiz 4 is all about. The new version of rocketROM 4.1. You go about my phone. There you go, build node kernel. rocketROM version 4. Even though this is 4.1, it's version 4. There's only a few tweaks since the version 4. So the differences between this version 4.1 and the previous version 3. Basically, the CRT off animation, there's no more flickering, which is great. The speed mod kernel comes pre-installed with the installation of this ROM. There's no ascending ringtone. That mod was added. What else? Also, the dark mod theme. It's a couple of changes to icon images and some visual tweaks. Okay, so I'm just going to run through quadrants and give you some scores and some comparisons between Rocket and King Droid, which I was running probably 3 flashes ago, 3 different ROMs ago. Okay, so I'm going to be in the top left corner of the screen in a little bit. Okay, so quite a difference. I wouldn't imagine they'll be that different to the previous version of rocketROM, but I haven't got those stats for you. My device is above Transformer Prime. It's a bit weird, actually. So my I/O score was quite substantial. It's a class 10 32 gig card. I guess that was the deciding factor in such a high score. Okay, so Antutu, just gonna fast forward, and I'm gonna shove those scores up in the top left, comparing it with King Droid ROM as well. Okay, so we're looking at about a 260 odd point difference between rocketROM and King Droid. Obviously rocketROM is the better, is the victor. If you want a more detailed instructional video of how to install rocketROM on your Galaxy Note, let me know and I'll make one up for you. So this is Kiwi Guy, out.